My name is Hope Murphy, and I am a really busy person. So busy that I'm surprised I had time to write anything for this talk. You see, I spread myself way too thin. This is the first fact about me that you will hear tonight. I have a problem with the word no. I simply hate disappointing people, and if I have the ability to help someone, I will, no matter what. This all starts with how I was raised. My two parents raised my older brother and I in a farmhouse that has been in our family for generations. It's about 3.2 miles away, and I test every day how late I can leave my house while still being on time for classes. My family has always been a busy one, and there's nothing I could have done to stop me from becoming the same way. Here's what my day looked like today. 7:20, get up, drive to school, breakfast, classes, do a photo shoot or two, give a chapel talk, hi, formal dinner, faculty, about half an hour of free time, head to choir practice, do the 30-minute drive home from choir, go home, start homework, and hopefully finish it by 8 a.m. the next morning, hopefully. For reference, here is what a normal day in the Murphy household looked like about 10 years ago when I was 7 and my brother was a senior in high school. Get up, get on the bus, go to school, go to dance, go to soccer practice, go to church, go watch one of Alex's games, go to McDonald's, go home, and do it all over again the next day. Needless to say, my mom's minivan got a lot of miles over the years. When I was doing this daily routine, I didn't think much of it, but looking back on it, I was swamped, but I loved every minute of it. As I mentioned earlier, when I was 7, my brother was a senior in high school. We have a 10-year, 10-month, 10-day age gap between us. My mom says that's how she knows God is not a woman, because no woman would do that to another. Anyways, back to the main story. Of course, Alex being Alex, was captain of the baseball team, and he and his teammates were glued together. And I mean glued together to the point where I think I got lost in the pile of teenage boys once. I was always Alex's little sister, and I was always surrounded by boys. I guess this kind of explains who I am today. I love baseball with a burning passion, and during the off-season you can find me building my fantasy team or reading the latest article ESPN decides to give me a notification for. I've literally cried over team losses before, and that's a lot. I'm not a very emotional person. And I have been to over 30 Major League Baseball games in and out of America thanks to the Toronto Blue Jays. You can say I have a slight obsession, but there is another side to Hope Murphy. I am also a Disney princess. That is my job, and no, I am not joking. I have been with this company named Ella's Enchanted Events since I was 13, and I have played characters such as Rapunzel, Belle, Ariel, and so many more, and I have enjoyed every second of it. Those two facts about me are quite parallel. I am also an avid churchgoer, have been dancing for 13 years, and I spent most of my childhood stuck between a soccer ball and sweaty jerseys. This is why I decided to give this talk during the identity unit, because I am not one identity. I could have talked about my transfer from a local public school to a private school, but I realize now that this is not my identity. For so long, my identity was decided for me. I was either Alex's little sister, or the church girl, or the princess, or the teacher's daughter, or anything else anyone decided for me. I was never just Hope, until I got here. No one knew any of that stuff, and I was happy that for once, I got to decide who I was going to be. But the main question was, which version of Hope Murphy was Millbrook going to meet? There are many different sides to me, and I'm not sure if I could give a correct description of me without all of them. What I've learned from having all of these different parts of myself is that people will try to fit you into a box, no matter what. They will try to turn you into a stereotype for as long as they can. And if you take one thing from this talk, I want you to take the lesson that you shouldn't let people stereotype you or try to fit you into a box, because it's kind of impossible for some people. I've always struggled with this. I've always just wanted to be able to describe myself in a sentence or two and have it all there, but I can't. I've always wanted to fit one stereotype, but I can't. Yes, I can be the girliest girl you have ever met, with the poofiest dresses and more makeup than anyone. but I also grew up as part of a team, and no day is complete without checking ESPN. These are facts about me that will never change, and people get upset by that, but I got nothing. I have been called a hypocrite for these facts, and I have been told I cannot be a fan of baseball because I don't play. I have also been told that I can't like sports because I'm a girl. Well, I hate to break it to you, but here I stand, a girl who cannot wait to see the Bulls game tonight, but I also stand here as a girl who was Aurora last weekend and had to put a wig on and so many layers of dress I could not drive properly. This is why first impressions are not the most important thing, and people can constantly evolve no matter what. A lot of people hate this part of me. They think if they see me in a dress, I should be proper and girly, while if they see me in sweats, yelling at a ref or two, I should be more of a guy. Another thing I want you all to understand and learn from this talk is that people are constantly evolving and constantly changing. Before this year, I wanted to keep the less feminine side of myself away out of fear of not being accepted for changing. But I've realized if people can't like both sides of me, what's the point? Both of those girls are Hope Murphy, and I am so happy that I have these sides of me. I am also so happy that Millbrook accepts that difference. Thank you.